ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Now, if you look at the language in this text, very often words like ahankara nasha, mano nasha, etc. takes place. That is his style and way of writing. It has to be taken as bada, negation. Okay? You don't destroy the ego falls, etc. It's a poetical way of putting it. Yeah. Remember, by the time he said something, there is some entropy. He is not a Sampradayavad. He is not a teacher. The greatest realized soul of the century. But he never would teach. That is not him. Is there a rule that every wise person should teach? Rule kidhar? Not there. So he didn't teach. Okay. Because of that, he put it in Tamil. That was put into Sanskrit. So at two levels, entropy can come in. Some distortion can creep in. And that is being translated into English. So when he says nasha, etc., false, you have to understand it as negation, vadaha. Nasha is destruction. And you can make out from his later verses that he doesn't mean destruction literally. Yeah. When he says Agnyasya Vijnasya Lokamasti or Shariramasti, what does it mean? If the Ahankara is destroyed, how is a wise person going to see the world? Because the world is seen by the Ahankara. So you have to understand it is negation. Negation is Badaha. Now, people hear rope snake all the time, and they expect the world to disappear like how the snake disappears. No. That's why the better examples are flat earth and round earth. You're walking in a flat earth. Earth is literally round. Okay. Yeah. You're seeing a blue sky, it is colorless. Okay. You're seeing the curvature of the horizon, there is no curvature. So all this is Badaha. The experience continues, the reality disappears. Reality of the experience is based on the absolute reality, not on the finite one. So similarly, Ahankara Bada takes place. Negation takes place. It is not destruction. If you don't understand this, you will get an entirely different theory altogether. And you will keep postponing self-knowledge. Because Ahankara is still there. Ahankara is still there. As far as your... Okay, let me elaborate this a bit more, since there is time. You have heard the word Tadatmya. What is it?
Be one with.
To be one, to one becoming the other. Now this Tadatmyam can also mean association, close contact, one appearing as the other. All these are meanings of the word Tadatmya. Now, between the Atma and the mind, there is something known as Sahaja Tadatmya, something natural. Meaning, because the mind is not different from consciousness anyway. So wherever the mind is, consciousness will be manifest in it. Meaning, it will become sentient. It will masquerade as a consciousness. That's what we call manifested consciousness, etc. This is called Sahaja Tadatmyam, natural. There's no way you can negate this. It's always there. Is that a problem? Thank God, because of that I can think and do things. Sahajam. That mind is associated with this body. My mind is here, not there. No. This is called Karmajam Tadatmyam. Born of karma. That consciousness that is manifested in that mind, Sahajam, is now that mind is associated with this body because of past karma. You have to go through some experiences. Swamiji, I thought it was Jiva that went through. Is there a Jiva apart from the mind? And manifested consciousness? No, no. When you hear terms, understand terms are standpoints, not realities. So that mind, that Jiva, if you want to use, associated with this body because of karma. It's called Karmajam Tadatmyam. This is also not a big issue. Good. Why? I am sitting as limitless consciousness. I want to go for a walk. Can I do that? Limitless consciousness cannot go for a walk. What about the mind? Mind thinks and it is there. So mind also cannot go for a walk. But that mind is in this body. Now I can go for a walk. Can you see that? Karmajan Tadatmyam also is not a big problem. Then what is the problem? But Swamiji, when Karmajam Tadatmyam happens, I suffer, no? I suffer is called Brantijam Tadatmyam. I have taken that consciousness as body. Karmajam is consciousness manifesting in the body. Brantijam, Branti, error, is taking the consciousness as the body and the body as consciousness. That is when the Ahankara is born, really speaking. After that is Jiva. That is the problem. It's only the Brantijam that is the problem. He'll say later how Karmajam, etc. goes. We'll come to that then. So if Brantijam is a problem, the only solution is knowledge. Because you can't destroy the Ahankara. Ahankara is not real, it's Adhyastam. You saw a snake on the rope. And I'm an aggressive character. Take a stick and whacked it and whacked it and will it die? Will the snake on the rope die? A real snake will die. This snake will not die. Why? How are you going to destroy it? Only a knowledge it's a rope, no? So similarly here, Brantijam will go only when you recognize I am the consciousness, not the Ahankara. And then I said in the beginning itself, Ahankara becomes a dress that you wear for functioning. Clear about this? This is important to keep in mind. Otherwise, Nasha, this, that, etc. It all becomes one Bhelpuri inside then. Bhelpuri here is a problem. Here it is fine. Or like they say in Bollywood, Dimag ka faluda bana diya. So this is it, not Nasha, anything like that, okay? Okay. So we did the 32nd verse last time, correct? Last class. Any questions up to now? No, it's clear. Is it really clear? Or have you given up asking questions? This is getting too much. Yes, sir.
Can you please repeat the three Tadatmyam?
Three Tadatmyam, okay. I, the consciousness, is manifest in the mind. This is natural. Natural is called sahajam in Sanskrit. Sahajam tadatmyam. That mind now in which the consciousness manifests is associated with this body because of past karma. Therefore called karmajam tadatmyam. Then I mistake the consciousness to be the body. I am this much only. That is called brantijam because that's error. Bhranti is delusion. It means error. Brantijam tadatmyam. There's a doha like that. Ha insan ke bhat bhakti, hai अंदाज के बाहर. The lot of the human being is beyond all imagination. खुद खुदा होकर, nothing but the Lord, बंदा नजर आते हैं. हे मालिक तेरे बंदे हो हम, मानेंगे तेरे दसनिया or whatever. You're the Lord. Consciousness, limitlessness, and you're taking yourself to be a bound finite entity. The Lord, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. Isn't that all your prayer? Bombay, we have a special variety of prayer. Tata na apyo, Birla na apyo, money nati apyo. They're cropping to the Lord. You give to Tata, the Birlas, all industrialists. You will give me. अभी ये टाटा बिरला is to be respect. अंबानी ने apyo, अदानी ने apyo, money nati apyo. Okay, you're cribbing all the time. Yeah. Cribber is samsari, okay? Yeah. Okay, then let us go ahead then. Ahankrityam yo lasati grihisva kim tasya karyam parishishtam asti kinchit vijanati sana atmanaha anyat tasya sitim bhavyutum kshamakka. Ahankritim yo lasati, who has negated the ahankriti, the ahankara. Kim tasya karyam parisishtam asti. Is there anything for him to do in this world or her to do in this world? Now that you are a wise man, you have these duties, you have these responsibilities. Go tell it to the birds, not to me. There is a beautiful verse called Shukashtakam. Maybe some camp I will do that. By Shuka, son of Vyasa. The whole verse ends with Ko vidhi ko nishedaha. Even the Vedas does not say do this, don't do that. Samji, what about dharma? All dharma is meant for your maturity and to know the truth. Once you know the truth, dharma also has no meaning. Samji, will a wise person be adharmic? If he is, there's no problem about it. You will have a problem. He won't have the problem. What about karma, karma phala? For a wise person, ahankara is gone. Ahankara is negated. But Samji, will he do something wrong? That's a different question. Where does a person become adharmic? When he wants something so badly that he wants it by hook or by crook. This person is fulfilled being Ananda Swarupaha. He doesn't want it by hook. Why should he get it by crook? There's no reason for him to be adharma. No, adharma is not a reason. He will live according to the culture that is there at that time. An Eskimo became a wise person. Do you expect him to be vegetarian, follow ahimsa? Really, do you expect him? Is your moksha dependent on your vegetarianism? Samji, what are you talking? We don't eat onion and garlic also. I don't know from where that stupid idea has come into our culture. The Veda only says kalanjam na bhakshiyet. that is meat or contaminated food. In fact, kalanjam is contaminated food. Then if you want to talk about food, you must go to the books that talk about food, Ayurveda. Now we have a Swami Dayanand Ayurveda Shala just 5 kilometers down the road, not even 5, 3, 4 kilometers down the road. There is a brilliant doctor there, okay, Parthasarthi. So we get him to speak in our Vedic Wisdom Festival. So he says garlic has got mild aphrodisiac qualities. Because of that, those who are full-time spiritual students avoid it because they don't want the problem of that. Otherwise, it should be considered sattvic. It should be considered sattvic. Does a religious leader understand food as well as an Ayurvedic doctor understands food? This is an influence into our society from Jainism. This influence came into the Hindu society from Jainism. Samanas once had a huge influence in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, etc. So the Hindu response to that was, hey, you're doing that, we are also doing the same. That's how it came. Okay. So, if an Eskimo is a non-vegetarian, you mean he can't gain moksha? If you live in Iceland, you will also become a non-vegetarian. Nothing else is available. Even potatoes are not available in winter. At least in the Himalayas, potatoes are available. The Eskimo land, what will you do? Yeah. But Swamiji, we are sadhus, no? We should avoid onion and garlic. You mean to say you don't have any mastery over your sexuality? It is governed by garlic? Alcohol doesn't affect my mind. Drugs don't affect my mind. Garlic will. क्या बात है? Oh, so my mind it affects. Okay. If you're so weak that doesn't affect your mind, don't eat it. Develop your mind so it won't affect you. Not make a huge hue and cry and ritual about food. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Especially all the South Indians here. Okay. Yeah. Because they are the people who maximum into it. I mean, I'm also South Indian. That's a different thing. Yeah. To eat sattvic food and say you are spiritual is lazy spirituality. It's sheer laziness. Why? Then you don't have to do anything. Na? Just not eat a few things. I'm spiritual. Why? Because I eat only sattvic food. Lazy spirituality this is. Thoda japa karo, ye karo, master your mind, make it strong. What? I'm a humble, simple person. Humble, simple person. Therefore, I will consider myself spiritually superior because I eat only sattvic food. Spiritual laziness it is. Go, do 10 malas of japa a day. Swamiji, I don't get time for one mala. Meditate. My mind is always disturbed. Then what happened to your sattvic food if you're still having a disturbed mind? Swamiji, when I do puja also, my mind is disturbed. Naturally. Why? What are you asking the Lord? My daughter's marriage, my son's job. Of course, you'll be disturbed because you're thinking of all the things. Na? Are you thinking of the Lord or are you thinking of your son's job? Your daughter's marriage? I mean, she's got that idiotic friend here now. What to do? But I'm sattvic, in my food. Lazy spirituality. I mean, I have to call a spade a spade. Otherwise, I'm failing in my job as a teacher. If I say, no, no, be sattvic, this thing, 10 more people will come to me. Who will come? People will say, lazy spirituality. Samji speaks very nicely. Go away. 10 years, you remain the same. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? I was speaking like this in a class in Bombay, Gita class. So I was explaining Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic food there. And one of the guys, again, is a doctor and a South Indian gentleman. Says, Swamiji, today is Vaikuntha Ekadashi. How can you speak like that? I said, because Vaikuntha Ekadashi, I'm speaking like that because I understand exactly what Krishna meant. Yeah. You want to project your belief system onto Krishna and say, this is what the Gita says. Naturally, Gita won't work for you. How will it work? No, Gita is written Sattvic food. Show me where it is written. I've forgotten the number of times I have taught the Gita. Forget reading the Gita. I've forgotten the number of times I've taught it. So we took off from where? Dharma. Will a wise person be adharmic? No, as I said, he doesn't want something in the normal way. Why should he be adharmic to get something? Is a wise person a pacifist? All peace. Like Gandhiji. No. Is he like that? No. Was Krishna a wise person? Gitacharya. How many people did he slaughter in his life? No, he's Ishvara. So Ishvara can be that, and I can be the idiot I am. No learning. He came as an avatar, as a role model. Though generally it is said, do what Krishna said. He said a lot of things. Na hanyate hanyamane sharire, na hanta na hantaram. Forgot all that? Should be a pacifist. Who was the most violent wise person in the Mahabharata? Bhishma, yes. Every day, one battalion, one Akshoni was wiped out by him. Every day. Those calculations, they say 1 lakh warriors. Modern calculation, one battalion is 10,000. Let us take 10,000. 10,000 combatants wiped out every day by one man. Violent or not violent? Athirati he was. But people didn't know his wisdom. People didn't know about his wisdom. Bhishma came of marriageable age, young man. Time to look for someone nice, to get married to. Achha. But his father goes and falls in love with a girl closer to his age, Satyavati, known as Matsyagandha before. Abhi kya karega? He had to take that vow that I will not claim the throne, I will not get married. ठीक है, साधु बन जाएगा. What is left in my life now? No kingdom, no this thing. Only spiritual pursuit. Father falls ill. Okay. I'll help him recover. Then the two princes are born. They are young. You need a strong hand on the kingdom. Father is getting old. Okay. I will wait for the princes to grow up. Princes grow up. One guy dies out of TB. The other guy is killed in battle. अभी क्या करेगा? So accepted practice those days, niyoga. Okay. It was accepted practice. Okay. Test tube babies without a test tube. Yeah, niyoga was that. Why are you taking the fun out of consumption? I mean, come on. So princesses are not very happy about it, naturally. I can understand. I can empathize with the princess. So two kids are born. One is born blind. Other person has vitiligo. So the blind cannot rule. Swamiji, were Indians against disabled people? No. Indians were not against disabled people. But kings led armies in battle. So however good a warrior you are blindfolded, the guy who's got open eyes, he still will have an advantage over you. And if the king is dead, battle is over. Therefore, the rule, a disabled person cannot become king. Only because of this, not for any other reason. So Pandu is supposed to be there. Pandu had a curse. The moment he has a relationship with his wife, he will fall down dead. Because of some other, I don't want to elaborate the story. So Bhishma was getting ready to go and learn, to become sadhu. Babaji is going to become. Pandu dies in the forest. Dhritarashtra is blind. Now he has to wait for the princess to grow up. Who hand over the kingdom and let me walk out. He was never the king, but he ruled all the time. Never sat on the throne. So he's waiting. In the meantime, he was also learning, okay? He was not a sadhu, but he was learning. Then, princess grew up, hand over the kingdom, and they are fighting each other. And long back, he had taken a vow. Vyasa had advised him. Because when Shantanu was falling ill and the princes were young, the knights in the kingdom were saying, let us kill the two princes, young princes. Let us kill them. Bhishma will be forced to sit on the throne. So to stop all that, he made a second vow. Not only I will not take the throne, but my sword will be in service of whoever sits on the throne. That was the solution then. It lasted for 2 generations. Third generation, it became a problem for him. Because he had to support the man who's sitting on the throne, Duryodhana. Can you see the problem? What a prarabdha he had. Then he fights the battle. 1 battalion slaughtered every day. Pandava army will be wiped out if he had fought for 18 days. There will be no one left. So they go to him and ask, hey, how will Dharma succeed? So Bhishma laughs. He says, the gates of Hastinapura are closed for you as long as I am there. The Yudhishthira says, but greater Dharma will not go. Your Dharma will work out. But greater Dharma will not work out. How do we do that? Remove me from the scene. He says that. Kill me. None of us can stand up to you. How do we do that? He turns to Krishna and says, remind them of my vow. I will not fight anyone born of a woman. That's why Shikandi, etc., the whole story. And he falls as a pin cushion, arrow cushion. Still, nobody recognizes what a wise man he was. Then after the Mahabharata war is over, Krishna tells him, there's an ocean of wisdom waiting for his death. Let's go and ask him. And on the deathbed, he talks about Niti, about Rajadharma, about Vedanta. Everything comes out there. Only then people recognize what a wise man he was. The warrior Bhishma, everyone knew. The wise Bhishma, people knew only later. He was the most violent, wise person I've seen, next only to Parashurama. So there's no rule that you have to be a pacifist. There's no rule for that. Okay. So when because I'm saying all this dharma, ko vidhi, ko nisheda. Yeah.
Swamiji,
Yeah.
Why did he have to die in that faction?
He was waiting because he was Vasu, one of the Ashtavasus, born by a curse to be on earth. So he had to go back. Now the doors of heaven will open only with the Uttarayanam. So he had to wait for the door to open. That's the story, okay? Yeah. So he waited. And can you imagine teaching all these things when 1,000 arrows have pierced your body? We get one stomach ache, we'll say, I'm feeling low today, I got some fever, I can't take a class. Huh? You got fever, you can't take a class. Ye kya baat hai? When did little bit body overheating prevent you from taking a class or attending a class?
It was not a curse that he had to die.
Yeah. That was his prarabdha. He chose to wait. He could have become a ghost also and waited, no? That was his teaching. Why? A wise man in pain is still wise. A warrior in pain is still a warrior. Now, can all wise men do that? You have to be warrior trained to handle that much of pain, okay? To handle that much of pain, you have to be warrior trained, not otherwise. So you may find a wise man not being able to handle that pain physically, okay? But I seen Puja Swamiji. No, Puja Swamiji was not a warrior mind, but he could handle pain. I'll take a class. He's suffering, pain, heart, but he's taking. Swami Chinmayanji was like that. I see him walking up to the class, pain lines on his face. I can recognize pain when I see it. He's walking slowly with a stick. Can't even walk. He sits there, he roars like a lion. Heart, Vargadan. What heart? Heart is high consciousness. Forget it. Such a mind. Is there a need for that mind to be adharmic? Are you going to make rules and regulations for that mind? For that entity, that consciousness who is manifest in that mind? What rules and regulations are you going to maintain? That's it. Go with the ego nisheda.
How many days was he on the bed of arrows?
Now you're stuck on the bed of arrows. I have moved on. Move on. What did I say about listening? Learn to let the words guide your mind. Don't get stuck. Yeah. You know why I'm saying this? Two monks were going from one ashram to another ashram. So on the way, they found a lady struggling, a young, beautiful girl, struggling in the water. She was drowning. So this young man jumps in, picks her up, and takes her. Okay. Sees that she's breathing properly and all. Then they both go. So by evening, they reach the other ashram. So this old monk tells the young man, you know, you carry that woman in both your hands. That's not the right thing for monks to do. And you know what the youngster replies? I left her on the banks. You're still carrying her on your head. So I told this in a corporate workshop as a story. Next year, I went to the same corporate for another workshop. I said, Swamiji, we remember your story. I said, I left it like behind last year. No, I said, I'm good, glad you remember because you learned the lesson. What it is. Yeah. So, dharma is not applicable for a wise person. Okay. Kinchit vijanati sanatmaham anyat. Whatever you see and do, atmanam anyat na bhavati, is not other than yourself. for a wise person. Okay. Tasya sitim bhavayitim kshamata. Says, who can understand that? Rhetorical question. Okay. Who can understand that? That there's nothing other than me. What dharma, dharma, this, what are you talking about? Yeah. I have it. Abscess on my hand. What do? Take a lancelet and slit it and drain out it. Is there adharma? Violence? A tumor? Exercise it. So then sometimes you'll find you're dealing with people who are like tumors. Terrorists, ityadi. Exercise them. Why should a wise person do it? Depends on the role he's playing. Yeah. Yeah, depends on the role he's playing. And his talent and strength. Yeah, that also is important. This wise person has been a nerd all his life. But don't expect him to do something like that, okay? The other guy was a retired soldier. Then he will do something about it. Why? Because he has the talent and skills. The other guy doesn't have the talent and skills. That's all. Yeah. My teacher would compose music and sing beautifully. Please don't expect me to do that. I can give you a sample if you want. But be careful, who all will come running. See, Bombay, if I do that, four-legged friends will be only dogs and donkeys. Here, four-legged friends can be a lot of other things. Talent, skill. Yeah, yeah, I can call a leopard can come. Yeah. Because peacocks are there, no? Leopards are also there. Yeah. So, those are just the thing. Okay, so he says, if you seeing everything as non-different from yourself, what are rules and regulations are you talking about? Yeah. No? Kshamakaha, he says, who can understand that? Another wise person, a student can get insight, that is possible. I would like to be like that. Students can also get insight. Yeah, hey, that's what possible. Okay. That means what? Each one of you can become that, okay? Each one of you. Yeah, why am I teaching? To have permanent students, oh? Until your death, you'll be my student. I will walk away. No. Yeah. I will teach until you can say, Nattam Guruhu Naham Sashya Chidanandarupo Shivu Shivu. Time shall come, we'll be able to say that. Then it's old time's sake. Old time's sake. The relationship, etc. is fine. Yeah. Yeah, because Puja Swamiji would treat us like that. Yeah. Sometimes we are humbled by how much equality he would give us. Like a student of mine and went and asked for sannyasa. Yeah, I'll give it to you. Then he called me. This person wants sannyasa. You think he's ready for it? Now I am humbled. He knows that person well. It's his call. Why should you ask me? I'm a student. But he did that. I'm not saying, hey, Swamiji has consulted me. I'm humbled by that fact that he did it. Yeah. Then he gives this person a name. First, he was teasing this person. Maunananda? Shall I call you Maunananda? And that person's face fell, Maunananda? What? Then he looks at me. Says, Swamiji, any name you give is a blessing. Because that's true. And then he looked at this person and gave a very beautiful name. Okay, he was just teasing because any other time also he'll tease, okay? He will joke. And then he turns to, okay, na, the name. I just said Maunananda is your blessing. Then why are you checking up with me again? But that is the sense of thing he gave us. I mean, we didn't abuse it. We didn't misuse it. That's it. That's our duty, dharma, to do that. That Guru Sishya we keep. Yeah, you can say Chidananda Rupa Shivam Shivam. It's true. All time sake that is kept. Yeah. But no permanent Sishya, no permanent Guru. Okay. Yeah. The word Guru is a relationship. Of teacher student is a relationship. No? Certain names are not entities, they define a relationship. Yeah. There's a person involved, but the relationship of teaching. Yeah. That's what makes it. No? Otherwise, it'd be like this guy who came and told me, Swamiji, I want to make you my Guru. I said, how do you do that? No, I'll call you home, give you a coconut. And I said, what do you expect me to do with the coconut? Break it on your head? Or what? I said, come, learn. Then you will see about being Guru and Sishya and all that thing. Come and learn. Those who learn well, their Sishyas, finished. Ho gaya kaam na. Those who don't learn well, they're trying. Okay, I'll respect that. They're trying. Now, good enough. So, Kshamah kaha, he says, Tasya sthitim bhavyutam kshamah kaha. Therefore, to see everything is non-different from yourself, that is the real being. I said Ramana is quoting the Upanishad also. No, Ramana did not teach what the Upanishads taught. Here, aham sputam tattvamasi iti vedaha tathapi asamprapya paramam nishtam paramatma nishtam bhuyo vicharaha mati durlabhatvam ततः सर्वदा स्वात्मतया ही भाति aham sputam vedaha bhavati. Veda Pramana has talked about it very clearly. He says, what? Tattvamasi iti. So what? Is Ramana saying something other than Vedanta? Tattvamasi iti. Mahavakya is quoting. And he says, Tathapi asamprapya paramatmanishtam. Even then you are remaining without understanding. Mahavakya Vichara camp ho gaya. 1 week Mahavakya Vichara every day. तथापि अप्राप्य मैं क्या करूं रमना बोल रहा हूं ओके रमना इज नॉट मी संप्राप्य अपि असंप्राप्य परमात्म निष्ठा you still not rooted in that reality in that knowledge what is that a sign of bhuyo vichara naturally you have to do vichara again but understand mati durbalatvam mind is not strong enough to gain it. Durbalatvam. Because, get it, even if you are not a prepared mind, if the teaching is traditional, you will gain insights. You can't avoid gaining insights. Even if it's your first camp, you will gain insights. Even if the mind is not fully prepared, all of us didn't go as fully prepared Uttamadhikaris. We grew into that. Okay? There's a traditional example given. I mean, traditional means 50-year-old. There was this bachelors living in an apartment. So one day, they said, let us do some cooking because every day you can't eat out here. Come on, not good for health. And those days, your Zomato and all those apps were not available. So they decided to learn some cooking and do some cooking. So they learned basic dal, chawal, this, that, etc. Then one day they got ambitious. Let us make some parathas. Now, parathas, to make it properly, there's nothing like coals. On coal, you make coal fire, wood fire. अब ये कोलसा किधर से लेके आएगा? Where will we get coals from? And how do we light it? There's a Punjabi lady staying next door. We'll ask her. She says, Maji, will we get some hot coals, live coals from you? हाँ बेटा, of course. क्या खाना क्या है? पराठा. हम बना देंगे. I will make paratha for you. No, we have to learn how to make parathas. अच्छा हो गया. शादी करने में अच्छा हो रह जाएगा. If you get married, it will be very good if you know how to learn to make parathas. Can give your wife a holiday sometime. Good. So she went inside with tongs, got 2 live hot coals. How will you take this? From his bag, he picked up midday, evening news, the newspaper. The lady looked at it and said, what? Newspaper? Let him learn some lessons before he gets married. She put the coals onto the newspaper. You received the news coals in the newspaper, but can you hold it? You can receive it. It'll there. For a few seconds, it'll remain. But then it'll make coals. Abhi samjha? Did you get it? You received the learning, the teaching you received. Couldn't retain it. Manadurlabatvam, get the mind ready. Bhuyo hi vicharaha manadurlabatvam. If you need more vichara, which is good, do that vichara again. But recognize that that's where karma yoga, all that thing comes into the picture. What is durlabatvam? Samji, I have a strong mind. If I make up my mind, nobody can change it. That is not a strong mind. That's a pig-headedly stubborn mind. A strong mind has got clear thinking, can let go of things, can master your emotions, has an inner equipoise, accepts people for what they are, is focused on doing what is right, can act decisively. This is a strong mind, not a stubborn mind. Yeah. I agree. Sometimes in some things it's good to be a bit stubborn. No one is saying no to that. Yeah. Manadurlabattu. So cultivate all these things. Cultivate these issues. Ravana is not being dismissive. He's pointing out. This is what you need to do. Manadurlabatvam. And why? Why you are saying that? Because tat sarvada swatmataya hi bhati. The reality that consciousness is always there as I. Even when you doubt it, it is there as I. Consciousness. Anandaha. When you doubt it, it is there. When you don't understand it, it is there. When you deny it, it is there. When you call yourself as an atheist, it is there. When you call yourself an agnostic, it is there. When you want to go through all the experiences, it is there objectifying all your experiences. Hey, idiot, I'm different from all of that. Always there. So nothing wrong with your Atma, okay? All of you are Ananda Swarupa. Mahavakya bhi suna hai. Now look into your mind. See what has to be done. This is only sadhana that is there in Vedanta, really. So as general, they will say Karma Yoga Buddhi. As a catch-all, you'll say life of Karma Yoga. Because a life of Karma Yoga ensures, because what is it that is distracting your mind? What are you worried about, etc.? Worry, anxiety, what is it all about? Desire fulfillment, no? Regrets of the past. Anxiety is about your future. And your desires, you're excited about what's happening. And nowadays, go to a psychology workshop. Workshop is not yet started. The, what do you call? Warming up round or icebreakers. How do you feel? So I went for a workshop because I wanted to know what's happening. That time I was in white. How do you feel? I said, peaceful, looking forward to what's happening. Uh-huh. As though something wrong with you. And somebody else said, I'm excited. What is there to be excited about a workshop? Yeah. I'm looking forward to what's happening. Yeah. Oh, I have to be excited. Yeah. Yeah. You put me into combat, I won't be excited. I say I have to be more calm. So another martial artist here. Yeah, for years he learned Taekwondo. He'll say, you have to be calm, isn't it? Not excited. Calm, peaceful, centered. Only then learning will happen. Only then functioning will happen. So all these pull you away. Prasada buddhi, Ishwararpana buddhi. Everything is offered to the Lord. Prasadaha. Some sort of peace has come in. Too many desires, etc. Work on your priorities. Then some sort of samadama will come. Then your emotions are going haywire. What is your thinking behind the feelings, etc.? Work on that. You can't fight your emotions. If you're feeling angry, you're feeling angry. I should not be angry. You'll get more angry. You'll get angry at that guy, you'll get angry at yourself also. Not worth it. I'm sad. Why are you sad? Don't be sad. You're Ananda. Think it's going to work? The Ananda will come filtered through your sadness. Work on the emotions. Work on the thinking behind the emotions. Change your thinking, you can change your feelings. Yeah, the basic psychology. The ABC of thinking. RET. Basic. Absolute basic. Yeah, work on your emotions. Other techniques are also available. I'm fascinated by something. Pratipaksha bhavana. I think money is everything. If I get money, all my problems are solved. They'll say, problems start after that. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry comes and catches you. Including sadhus like me. यार आश्रम बनाते थोड़ा. Pratipaksha bhavana. Books like Bhajagovinda can say, it is nothing. Hey, money is not nothing. No. It is the opposite stand. Money is everything, money is nothing. So you'll get a balanced view. Sex is everything. Useless idiot. What is that? Skin and bones. So much of pounds of flesh. Extreme view. Beauty is only skin deep. I was in college when somebody told me that. Beauty is only skin deep. I said, what do you want? A beautiful pair of kidneys or what? I mean, beauty is skin deep. If you have an extreme stand, you have a corresponding extreme stand. So that fascination goes, you have a balanced approach. And that's important. A balanced approach. That is Vairagya. Balanced approach. Objectivity. Yeah. I don't have a need for it. Someone has a need for it, fine. I don't have a need for it. I'm okay without it. That's fine. You're okay with some things, you're fine with something, you're fine without something. That's a student's mind, no? Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So all these things are used for what? Mastering your mind. Okay, now I mastered my mind. Abhi kya? Now come Tattvamasi iti. So Samji, I will prepare my mind and then come to Vedanta. You'll never come. It happens side by side. Along with the learning, the preparation also happens. It's only in the pages of the Upanishads that people went 100% ready. There also there are indications of the teacher helping the student prepare his mind. In Kathopanishad, in Kena Upanishad, in this, everywhere there are places. In Brihadaranyaka, there are enough indications that the teacher helped the student to grow. Go there. So that is it. This is not a judgmental statement or a verse. It was of understanding that this is what I have to do. The teacher can teach. With your mind, the teacher can give a helping hand. Who is to do it? I'm confrontative, but I am also kind. If I could do it for you, I would do it. But I can't do it for you. You have to do it. Yeah. Remember this example I gave of my students? They have been really nishta and wisdom. But one problem not being handled. And I have other students who lay down Aham Brahmasmi and gone. Yeah, others who had to have a surgery, cut the throat, put a tracheostomy to put a tube in. And I go to see him in the hospital. He writes, "Can you believe it? I had to pay to get my throat cut." He's joking right there. Why? Those minds are different. They've been prepared. Life has prepared them. You don't have to come to Vedanta to prepare your mind. Live intelligently, your mind will get prepared. Something happens, a tragedy happens. Are you feeling victimized or are you learning from it? My boyfriend dished me. Tragic. Are you learning from it? If you learn from it, after some time you'll say, "Thank God." What an idiot he was. I didn't see that. Or you can be a victim. What do you want to do? You decide. It's entirely in your hands. But I don't know how to handle my mind. Therapists are available, gurus are available. What is your problem? Seek help. Yeah. Swamiji, I lost my son. That's really tragic. So I went to this person's house. Sorry, my throat, I don't know what's happening today. Anyway. So I went to this lady's house. A friend of hers said, "Swamiji, please speak to her. She's lost her 19-year-old son." No, it's difficult. Losing a child is one of the most difficult things that a person can face. So I went and talked to her. Because morning I had to have a class, and after she was staying close by. So after the class, I'll just drop in, meet, spend about an hour or so with her, have a cup of tea, and come back. So after some time, she said, "Swamiji, all this is consolation, no?" I said, "Yes." "You want to learn what is more than that?" "Yes." "Come for Vedanta." If you grow, the same tragic event can be used to grow. I am not dismissing the tragedy of any event, functionally speaking. I can. What is birth? What is death? But that's the most inappropriate thing to say to someone who has lost someone. Most inappropriate. Only an idiot will say that, not a wise person. And if a wise person says that, he's an idiot, not a wise person. Okay, corollary. Going into the funeral saying, "What is birth? What is death?" Thappad khane ka. Yeah. I mean, it's not that he's wrong, but that's not what you say. You are wise enough to empathize with someone's grief. You are a human being. You are a human being and you were in the same situation before. So you can't empathize? What are you? Spock from Star Trek? Or Sheldon from Big Bang? What are you? So this is it. Okay. We will learn to handle that mind. And once that is handled, then the teaching works. Everything flows through so smoothly. In that mind, the teaching abides. You know, when you're studying it, there's wisdom wherever you seek it, or you see it. There's an old song, American folk song. Go west, young man, and grow up with the country. It goes on like that. It was that westward push by the settlers in America. Bad. They wiped out all the American Indians, original inhabitants. But whatever, that song, go west, young man, and grow up with the country. And he says, eastward the sun climbs slowly, oh how slowly. But westward, look, the land is bright. It's like you're waiting for the sun to rise. You see a red, all becomes red. Kidhar hai bhi yaar? This is not yet come. The city bred people. 10 minutes and the sun has not yet risen. We come to see sunrise, no? You're not come to see a reel on YouTube. Reel on YouTube, they'll show it in 2 minutes. This is sunrise, nature. Looking. Then thin silver. It's coming, it's coming. Eastward, the sun climbs slowly. Oh, how slowly. But you just turn around and look at the way that you came. It is all in darkness. Now what has happened? It's all bright. Similarly, is Vedanta study. To get moksha, I have to know myself. I have to live as Sachidananda Swarupaha. Oh, how slowly, oh, how slowly. Look back in your life and see what has happened. It's all bright, eh? Come on, what an idiot I was all these years. Now it's so different. Right or wrong? And sometimes you have to do that, looking back and seeing that, hey, you come a long way. That will keep you motivated to continue. Simha Avalokanam. See, lion walking, majestic. Nobody will come near, but once in a while he'll turn back. Yeah. Yeah. Simha Avalokanam. So teachers also do that. They go back and come forward. And you have to do that with your life. I look back and see. Okay. Then everything works out fine. Okay. Okay. Oh, only few verses left. Okay. Move to see one more. 12:45 is a break, no? Okay. न विद्मेह्यहं माम् अमृतं विद्यहम् मामिति प्रवदः मनोजस्य हास्यः मनुज्यस्य हासः दृग्दृश्ये भेदात् किमु यद्विदात्मा किमयं द्विदात्मा स्वात्मैकतां हि धियो न भेदः नाम हि धियां न भेदः न वेद्मि अहं माम I don't know myself. Or vedmi aham mam. I know myself. Iti pravadha manujasya hasya. People talking like this is hasya. Laughing matter. I know myself. I don't know myself. Have you ever seen any wise man saying, I know myself? As a declaration. I don't know myself, many people say. Hasya hasyati. Why? He says, Drikdrishe Vedat Kimayam Dvidatma. Are there two Atmas? One I who will know the other I. One I not knowing the other I. Who are you? I don't know you. So the Atma telling the Atma, I don't know you. But it is I. So one I has to tell the other I. I don't know I. Or I know I. What are you? Muktananda? I speaking to myself about myself is what teaching is about. Hasya Asyat, he says. Why? He says, Vidatma Swatmaikatayam. There's only one Atma. So how can you have a subject-object relationship of knowing? I know myself. Are you knowing yourself? The object of knowledge? Or you are subject, the knower? Which? He's to highlight that he is saying this. Why? The subject-object resolves into one Atma. We are constrained to put the Atma as to be known because of ignorance. And the known, what is to be known is actually the knower himself. So in the knowledge of the Atma, knower-known division vanishes. Knower-known division vanishes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Swatmekatayam dhyo vedaha. There's no difference between your mind and the Atma when you know. In the thought of recognition, is there a difference? Here is where Kenopanishad. What is the verse you're quoting? You thought that is Akhandakara. It is not Akhanda. If you know, you don't know. If you don't know, you know. Huh? Ye kya baat hai? And what is Akhandakara vritti? I'll give you enough hint. Come on now. Naham manye suvedeti non vedeti vedacha. Yo nastad veda tad veda non vedeti vedacha. I know, but not as an object. I know, but not as an object. Suvedeti, I know. Huh? Naham manye suvedeti. I don't know it as an object. Then he looks around to others. Yo nastad veda. Among us who understood what I said, tad veda. What? Nona vedeti vedacha. I know, at the same time, I don't know it as an object. I know it as I. So the first line is just to trigger your thinking of. How can you say I know? Subject object. Conventional I know cannot work here. Conventional I don't know also doesn't work here. Why? You don't know yourself. You know you are, na? I am is known, na? Then how can you say I don't know? I know I am. Only what I am is a problem. Now, what I am is a problem anyway. So it's triggering off your thinking into saying you have to know, but don't mistake it as subject-object. If you mistake it as subject-object, two things can happen. Either your study will become academic, philosophical studies, or it will become experiential. Both will be a problem. Academic, there is no real studying happening. I mean, it's just theories. Like this, I was at a dinner where this head of the Department of Philosophy was talking to people about various theories. I kept quiet. What to talk? I mean, what is there to talk? I mean, if in a class I will talk. Otherwise, once I went to a Bombay Times party. I'm only joking and fooling around. I mean, God, Vedanta, will you talk there? I was invited, therefore I went to see what's happening. But he is trying to involve me into the discussion, and I was resisting it. Finally opened, I said, Swamiji, what do you think? He said, you're very scholarly. You said this person said this person said this. Tell me, what are you committing yourself to? What are you committing yourself to? By that time, the host came and announced dinner. I said, saved by the bell. Let him go. I mean, why should I corner anyone here? Let him go. If my student, I will confront. He is not my student, then why is the need for me to confront him? Let him go. So next year, the same occasion, same place, I met him again. And he comes up and, Swamiji, I find it very difficult to teach because you've shaken up all my beliefs in anything. I thought the truth was out there, and now I don't know what the truth is. I said, good. Your real studies have started now. Your real studies have started now. One of the few moments when I assert the fact I'm Mahatma. Not all the time, few moments like this. Your real studies have started now. Yeah, Samanja, it's true. I have to question everything I know. I said, yeah, and find somebody who can help you with it. I said, find somebody, don't come to me. I said, "Mat kao." Yeah. Yeah. Are you getting the idea what it is? Don't take it as subject object. Then these two things will happen: academics or experiential. I experienced it like that, I felt like that, I felt this. Manasa Ikshanam. Ramana's words. Manasa Ikshanam. Avoid both. Study as how we are doing now. Traditionally, Sampradaya with studies, that is what happens. Okay. Good place to stop. Om Tat Sat.